Okay, this is a reading for Virgo. It's a general message, so take what's for you, and leave the rest behind. If anything in your story or in the story doesn't line up for you, just take it as it's not meant for you, and maybe it's meant for someone else. But anything that you can take, I hope you do. All right. So we start off with the story for Virgo right now is Strength card. We get the Strength card. So that's always an encouraging message to begin with. It's just spirit. Um, Obviously having strength, but in this image it's showing me. You notice the divine image of spirit is it's taking care of a lion, but normally for me the lion is a representation of God or the Holy Spirit or something like that. But in this image, the to me it's the woman is the one representing spirit, and the lion is the one that's being asked to have strength. It's the person's that being asked to have strength, and spirits kind of, it looks like it's trying to shut its mouth. Like it's how like a mom will just tell a kid, hey, be quiet now. Now's not the time to talk. That's what this image is showing. You have strength, then just kind of put a lid on it. Just let it just be, but be calm. And and spirit is still comforting the lion, but it's saying now is not the time to speak. So, and the next one we get after that is the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is representing in this walking away, and it's walking away. It's got all these cups, everything that you've been building, but you're walking away from it. You're walking off into the distance, and you're walking into what looks like it's going to be your new future. And right after that, we get the Four of Cups. So we have a lot of cups energy right here at the beginning. So that's really encouraging, talking about emotionals, our growth, and that sort of thing. But as it kind of can be not worrisome, but it's not always easy walking away from things that we love and that sort of thing. So you're walking off into your new path, but what makes it encouraging is that with the Four of Cups here, it's because you're walking towards something new. You're walking towards, we're sitting here, we're looking at what we're leaving behind, and we're kind of, we're not necessarily sad, but just kind of in contemplation. Man, we put all this work in for life, and now we got to walk away. But right next to us, as soon as we're ready, we just look, and Spirit is saying the reason you're doing this and the reason that it's going to be okay and why you can have strength is because I've got something much, much better for you. It's a gift. It's not just, this is all stuff that you see how it's sitting on earth here, it's sitting on the land. This is all the stuff that we've created, with our power, and we're nothing compared to divine. So divine has a gift from heaven, basically, a gift from God, a real something that we didn't even know that we wanted. And right after that, I think this is talking about maybe a romantic connection, but whatever it is, but you're heading towards your King of Swords. Your King of Swords, and King of Swords is just, it's like the king of everything. If you're going through, not of everything, king of, like, say, like your defensive energy, if you're a sensitive person, if you've got you're dealing with all this emotional stuff, you got all this cup energy that you're dealing with. So your King of Swords is going to be someone that's going to help balance you out, and you're going to head towards that person, whoever this is, and this person is going to bring a lot of stability to your life, because this all your head's so much in the emotional and spiritual stuff of life that you're having trouble balance right now. Your strength and Spirit saying for you to find this strength, you're going to head towards your King of Swords. And right after your King of Swords, we get the Hermit card. So it's not surprising. This, like I said, this is a message for Virgo. So Hermit is the card of Virgo. But not only is it, it's not only is it confirmation that, this is a reading for Virgo, but it's confirmation saying through all this, when you're heading towards your King of Swords, to stay in your energy, stay in the natural energy of Virgo, and, go into your hermit mode and enjoy your time alone. Because, for a lot of people, being alone is difficult. It's lonesome and lonely and all that stuff and all that, but for Virgo, that's just our energy. That's kind of our happy place. That's where we stay. So the Spirit's advice is for us to stay in our own energy, stay there while this is being all coming forward, while everything's being planned out, and Spirit's taking care of what Spirit has to do while we're our growth is happening. Saying stay in your energy. Right after that, we get the Devil card, which Devil is the card of Capricorn, but to me, in this card, it's showing now the part that we're in hermit mode, right? You know, we're all by ourselves. But the devil card can be, it can be a fun energy too. It's, you know, you're seeing, it's, if you look at the devil card and you look real close to it, it's exactly the same image as the lovers card, but it's, it's kind of more the dark, more playful energy of it. So you can look at it in different ways. It's just the opposite of, the typical, like romantic, that kind of thing. It's kind of a fun energy. And so you see there, you're being tied to your person. So maybe I think it's giving encouragement that you're going towards an energy of something that's going to be fun and new to you, something that you're familiar. As Virgo, you're familiar with typical lover energy and sort of that, but you're not familiar with this new side that's coming out. But so after we get through with that, I asked for clarification on all this. With strength, we got clarification on generosity. We're getting somewhere in it some form of generosity, and as I further expanded upon that, the generosity, we got this. This is a new deck for me, so it's got some fun images. But so I'll let you look a little closer to it. But you see in this one, you got two people down here, and it's the Judgment card. So generosity from judgment over a certain situation. And what it's looking like is, sometimes the Judgment card, it can actually be talking about legal matters or the court or something like that. But I think in this image, what Spirit's trying to tell me, it's judgment from above. It's judgment from, the holy court, the holy, the divine court, the laws of the universe, that sort of thing. Because you got two people here. And remember, we're talking about having strength going towards our King Arthur. You got two people. Both the people are looking up at this. You got two people on the bottom here. And then they're looking up to this grand statue that's blowing a horn and it's got the moon at the top of its head. And the moon for me is the representation of the Holy Spirit, the Holy Mother, whatever whatever your belief system is. But it's this large statue is representing. We're looking up to Spirit. We're looking up to Spirit. We're just looking to for the judgment call. All right, how's this all going to play out? Because you're going to be the one to make the final decision. So we're both looking to you, and we're looking for the answer. And it's saying that's what the generosity is going to be, and that's what we're having strength. Because a judgment has been made, and that's where we can hang on to it. Clarification for the walking away. Walking away into our new future. It's showing we get the Three of Cups right after that, which is beautiful energy. Because if we're as Virgos, we're stuck in our hermit mode, we're by ourselves, and we're staying in contemplation. But walking away, what we're walking away towards is friendship. We're walking towards a group of people, or it could be family, it can be whatever, it could be just a group of like-minded thinkers, something. But after we get going, walking towards our friends, our loved ones, we get this. Like I said, this is a new deck for me, so the images are a little unusual, but they're beautiful. You got Ace of Wands. This one is interesting to me. It's a big stone. You see, it's a big stone, and in that stone, it's split in half, and in the middle of it is this structure in the middle. It's like, when a sculptor is building something, and they chip away around the edge of it to build their sculpture. It looks like one of those, like a city floating in the sky. So, and I don't know, it's just beautiful. It almost looks like like in a dream, what would you think would like a heaven place would be? Because you got these little these little men flying around it, so you could look at that like angels going up to this city in the sky. So it's a beautiful card, and it's showing a lot of hope and a lot of like kind of fantastical. Who knows where it's heading towards? We don't know. That's what that's Spirit's judgment. They got this magical cup they're holding for us, but it's just giving more imagery of you're heading towards friendship, and you're heading towards something that you don't know anything about, that we've never even couldn't dream about. There's something there, but it's looking like a castle in the sky sort of image to me. After I expanded upon the gift that Spirit is holding for us, while we're sitting here moping, completely, a little bit sad because we're thinking about what we have to leave behind. Right underneath that, it's just encouragement that there's nothing. We could even just stop looking at what we're leaving behind, because we get the World card. We get the World card to explain what Spirit has for us. So that is everything. That is you know, literally, like if you had a genie in the bottle, you could wish for the world. You can wish for, you know, not just three wishes. You can unlimited wishes. You got the whole world. That it can be anything, and that's what spirits tell me. If you know, don't try to figure out what spirit's going to do. That's, you know, that's kind of, that'll ruin the fun. You know, so let spirit do it. But it's saying, hey, if you need some hope and motivation, you're heading towards something that is as big as the world, as big as you can possibly imagine. That's how big it is, and clarification on the world. If you need more clarification from that, we get the justice card again. You know, we had judgment, so this is all coming down to spirit's plan. It's like showing us over and over that spirit has a plan for you. And I'm not getting earthly judgment. Not, I mean, who knows how they'll do it, but I'm getting more spiritual judgment. And in this card, this image here, again, we're getting over and over, we're getting this image of divine being like this massive, like we're little babies, and this divine massive, like the size of what we could pretend that we understood what God was, like this huge statue of something, like this huge giant. But it's showing us as we're small. You know, you look at the picture, and at the very bottom you got these people walking up this set of stairs. They're walking up towards, you know, the image that depicts divine. They're walking, and they start down here, and their mind is, you know, they're just almost like a basic skeleton. And as they grow, you can look at closely at the heads. The heads are growing branches out of them, and as they go up, they grow and they grow and they grow more. So to me, what it's looking like to me is our knowledge is growing. You know, our, because we're and it grows, though it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really start to grow until you've got up past the stairs and you've got all the way up to divine. And then once you're at divine, it just starts to grow big and big and big, and then you walk off into the who knows what, you know. And so, but it's just to me, it's looking like your spiritual growth, your creativity, whatever it is that you're working towards, whether it be a career or if you want your family to develop or whatever it is, it's just growing more and more and more. And the closer that we get with divine, that's where we'll actually get that, you know, the final judgment call of what it is that spirit has for us is, you know, it'll actually be, you know, because right next to the image of the divine image here, it's a tree. It's a fully grown tree. So it's just, to me, it just looks like we're growing and learning more about spirit and learning more about whatever it is we're going towards with our creativity. And then for the, excuse me, the King of Swords, you know, that's what it looked like to me that we're heading towards, our King of Swords. That could be, you know, you can, you know, we're quick to think everything is about, you know, our romantic situations, and a lot of us adults, we think about our own private lives and stuff like this. But this one went down to, you get the Six of Cups, which talks about, you know, like a childhood situation. You got the child, and excuse me, you got a grown man with his dog here, and but the spiritual path is leading to a childhood situation. Now that could mean literally, it could mean maybe you got a child coming into your future, or, but to me it kind of represents just going back to your youthful self, you know, being a child again, you know, that having all your dreams and everything like that. And it can, and for clarification of the childhood one, I got this card which I hadn't seen before. It's the Knight of Swords, and but in real big letters it has data. So you can look at this a couple ways, like either maybe your actual dad or a dad like figure in your life, it could have something to do with that. Or maybe it's showing that maybe you're going to be a dad, or what if you're a female, if you're going to be a mother, you know, it's just showing growth. But you know, this doesn't have anything to deal with gender. I am a male Virgo, so that's how I'm reading it. But switch it into your own story, however you want to. If you're a female, switch all the roles to however you need it to do it. You know, gender doesn't matter in any of these readings at all, ever. It just, you know, I read from my own perspective, and I'm a man, so I'm looking at it in that way. So if I was reading for myself, if there's something, either a relationship with your own father, or maybe a grandfather situation, or actually you becoming a father, or something about that in some way, shape, or form. You know, spirit works in mysterious ways sometimes. You know, we could think actually like a child, but maybe the child could be whatever your creative project is, and now you're the father of that creation. It could be anything that you, however, whatever is going on in your life right now, or wherever this story plays into your life, that's how you'll have to piece it together. So, and for clarification on the Hermit card, on our Virgo card, we get the Wheel of Fortune. the Wheel of Fortune, again, it's all playing together in the same story. It's a really encouraging message because it's just showing all this really exciting energy. You know, you got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune just talks about, again, you know, you have the world where you can have everything, but the Wheel of Fortune, you know, you spin the card, you know, spin the wheel, and all right, what's it going to be today? Okay, who knows? I'm going to master my career. And spin the wheel. What's it going to be tomorrow? Oh, I'm going to master my relationships, and it continues and continues. And then for clarification on the wheel, we get the Fool card, which represents new beginnings. You know, so that's I think that's what Spirit's trying to tell us is everything, you know, whatever the world is going to offer to us, whatever we're going to experience from here on out, you know, it's going to just going to be a, you know, it's going to be exciting like roller coaster ride. You know, going to spin the wheel, and it's all going to be about new beginnings. And in this image of in the new deck that I have here, for some reason I get like this feeling of, you know, in like the Australian stories they go on the walkabout. It looks like something like that, like where someone's out in their new beginning and they're going out into spirit, but it's kind of like in this wilderness, and you see these Egyptian pyramids on the bottom and things like that. But for some reason I get this feeling of like a walkabout. So and it goes along with what, you know, the different stories. It's, you know, talking about like a spiritual growth and that sort of thing. So whatever your wheel is, it's just going to be all this growth. You're going about learning about yourself, learning with spirit, growing and growing and growing. So if you were going to take the devil card, see, now that I following, you know, going more into it, and what I was thinking of, maybe it was, you know, trying to figure out, because it all feels real positive. This isn't a negative. That's why I was thinking maybe it was just a different side of romance, but maybe it's not about romance at all with the devil card. It's, who knows? I don't, and it could be, but this is kind of showing what our, you know, our struggle kind of is. Not really our struggle, but just because we get the Five of Swords for clarification. Five of Swords talks about, you know, communicating with spirit and being in our heads and trying to figure out what, you know, everything that's going on. And so, but it's still encouraging message because it goes on to the Hierophant. Clarification for Five of Swords was Hierophant. Hierophant to me talks about marriage and talks about, you know, just a final call of, you know, being divinely joined by spirit. I love this deck. It's very like magic, creative, artistic imagery. Again, we get another image of that great spirit in the middle. You know that. Let me see if you can see it there. You get this great image, and then you get the two people at the bottom, and they're looking up. You know, it's all this imagery of being on a journey of growing, like walking, or, you know, it's hard to like explain what I'm seeing. It's just, it's like I said, like the walkabout energy of going through life, going through literally almost the world. Like, if you're a traveler, traveling around and going to different, because in each one of these images they're all very, very different. They're all similar in what they're depicting of, you know, like going to different places and finding these ultimate answers and that sort of thing. But in this one, it's showing another one, and you're seeing more. It looks like angel energy. It's just all these winged people, but this one kind of looks like fairies up in this magical. Another looks like another castle in the sky sort of thing. You know, the two small people in the bottom looking up into the sky, and then they got these fairy images going on to it, or like angel, like nature angels, whatever you want to call them. You know, that sort of thing. But and that's why I'm trying to make sure like you understand in the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords can, when you think about us being stuck in our head, it's not negative. It's not negative at all. This is all depicting, you know, mental knowledge growth, spiritual growth, creativity growth. It's all showing growth. So that, you know, that can be difficult energy, you know, if we let it. But we're hermits, so we're good at that. That's what we're good at. We're staying in it and we're growing. And maybe the devil, maybe that'll be like the difficult energy that it's showing right after it is, you know, the devil can sometimes put us in this energy of, you know, making it feel harder than it needs to be, because it's really very exciting, you know, getting, you know, the best thing you can think about, but we have a way of sometimes overthinking things and making it harder, more difficult than it is. But as we're doing it, what we're doing is we're going towards our Hierophant energy. Now that could literally mean a romantic marriage. It could but it could mean the mastering your career. It's just all this stuff, which makes sense. That's why we, as Virgos, we definitely would be overthinking that. We're gonna think about it every aspect you can. But Spirit gave us two more cards after that, and it's more of this stuff, and it's really it's fun for Virgo to see information like this because we're so used to being by ourselves and staying in our hermit energy, and we love it, and we do it to ourselves often. But in this message is saying, all right, you got a partner somewhere coming along in this, or there's something you're going towards. Whether that partner be, if it's your career, you finding a career or finding a source to put your creativity and doing that, and it's going to be something that you're actually, you're not going to just be stuck in your head. You're going towards something. You get the Seven of Wands, and in this one, it looks like, I don't know, that you got this hand with, it looks like he's holding a wand, like a Harry Potter wand or something like that. But you got all these things coming in it, like around it, and but to me, it's kind of looking like just different sources, different, whether it be people. So if you're going out into the world making new friends, or if you've got new knowledge that you're coming in, something, it's all just coming in really fast. And then it wraps up with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups in this one, again, we keep getting over and over this image of like a city in the sky. You got this wolf sitting on a bench with his, but it looks like two friends just kind of like, enjoying life together. And I mean, again, we got the moon again, so that could either be literally spirit. Maybe your friend that you're going towards is spirit. Like, you get a new relationship with spirit. So you have the, if that's what it's trying to tell you, is maybe spirit is going to be your friend through this journey. Maybe you are going on a lone journey, but more than that, to me, this one, it looks like two people, two individuals that maybe come from two different walks of life. You got a wolf here, and then you got this person that looks like kind of a really spiritual, like kind of fun-loving person. Just kind of, she's wearing roller skates, so she's kind of like skating through life, enjoying life. She's real happy and like youthful. And then you got this wise wolf but they just, you can tell they're partners and they're going through it. So overall, I asked for overall energy, and we got right here. You see, you got this little mermaid, and she's saying a beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship, of deep friendship, awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual insights, a love letter, and a new home. So I asked for it. You'll see if when I'm shuffling through, I asked for overall. Usually I'll ask for overall energy in the beginning, but for whatever reason, I asked for it at the end here, and I see why now I did, because it's confirmation. It's confirmation of the whole story, what's going on. It all ties together. So it's just talking about a new experience, and it sounds like it's a romantic experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but overall it feels like a romantic experience. But and then we get the Knight of Fire in this deck. Knight of Fire is talked about passionate, confident, charismatic, restless events requiring immediate action. Trust your instincts, stay focused, a passionate relationship. So I think this is probably a love reading. It seems like one, but you never know. You don't know how these things play out until they do. Love comes in many different forms. A lot of people hope that it's talking about a partner, especially if you're in that hermit energy, and I know a lot of us Virgos are right now. So it could be talking about a person, but in some way, shape, or form, it's talking about a passionate new relationship. So whatever that relationship may be, it looks like we got some fun stuff coming towards us. So I'm glad, I was happy to get this message, being that I am a Virgo. We've all been going through our struggle right now, going through this ascending thing. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff going on, but we got a lot of encouragement going on right now. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, guys.